Good morning to the lecturers and my fellow friends. I'm Vishal and today I'm honored to share my presentation on the topic of challenges in assessing creativity and also innovation in science projects in Malaysia. Creativity and innovation are the key elements in today's education system. In science classrooms, they play an important role in helping students think critically, explore new ideas, and also apply their knowledge to the real life situations. However, while our schools encourage creative projects, and also many teachers still struggle to assess creativity and also innovation fairly and effectively. This has become a growing issue in science education across Malaysia. First, let us understand why assessing creativity and also innovation is so important. In science projects are not just about producing the correct answer. They are about the process of thinking, discovering, and also experimenting. So, when students are given the chance to design their own products, they learn how to ask questions, test their ideas, and also solve problems just like a real scientist. For example, a student might create a model to show how water can be filtered using recycled materials such as sand, pebbles, and also charcoal. This project shows both scientific knowledge and also creativity because the student uses innovation to solve an environmental problem. When teachers assess such projects, they are not only grading science knowledge but also measuring the student's ability to think creatively. Assessing creativity helps teachers to see how student thinks, plan, and also reflect. It encourages learners to take risks, try new ideas, and find multiple solutions instead of just memorizing the facts. That is why creativity and also innovation must be assessed properly to help students develop a 21st century skills like critical thinking, communication, and also collaboration. However, in Malaysia, teachers face several challenges when it comes to assessing creativity and also innovation in science projects. Let me share a few key issues that are commonly seen in our schools. First, there is a lack of clear rubrics and also guidelines. Most teachers do not have a standard way to measure the creativity. For example, one teacher might give more marks for neat presentation, while another might focus only for the originality. Without a common guideline, the students may receive very different marks for similar work. Second, many assessments still focus on the final product there, rather than the creative processes. For instance, if a student's experiment fails but shows a lot of creative thinking, their efforts often goes unrecognized. This makes students afraid to take risk and also try the new ideas. The third is assessing creativity is very subjective. What one teacher sees as a creativity, it's a creative, another teacher might not. This subjectivity makes the grading system unfair and also inconsistent. And the fourth one is teachers face time constraints. Assessing creative projects takes more time than making traditional write and test. Science teachers already have a packed syllabus to finish, so it becomes difficult to give enough time for project-based learning. And also, lastly, there is a limited teacher training on how to assess the creativity and also innovation effectively. Many teachers in Malaysia are not confident in designing creative rubrics or identifying innovative thinking in students' works. Okay, now let's look at why these challenges happen and also their impacts on students. The main reason is that our education system still places a strong emphasis on examinations and also grades. Teachers feel pressure to prepare students for standard tests, leaving less time for creative and also open-ended activities. Moreover, schools sometimes lack resources and also training opportunities for teachers to learn creative assessment methods. These challenges have a big effort on students. When creativity is not valued and also assessed properly, students tend to play safe. They choose simple ideas just to get good marks. Some even copy projects ideas from their internet instead of developing their own. This limits their curiosity and also reduces their motivation to explore science. For example, during school science fairs, some students focus more on decorating their model than improving the scientific idea behind it because that is where gets them higher marks. This shows how current assessment system can unintentionally discourage real creative thinking. Okay, to overcome these issues, several practical solutions can be implemented. First, schools and their ministry education can develop a clear rubric for creativity and also innovation. These rubrics should include criteria such as the originality, problem solving, process, and also communication. For instance, when assessing a project, teachers can give marks not just for the final model but also for how students plan, tested, and also improve their idea. Second, teachers need professional training and also workshops to learn effective ways to assess creativity. Through these trainings, teachers can share examples, design better rubrics, and also learn how to guide students during creative work. The third is use formative assessment. This means observing and guiding students throughout the project, not only at the end. By giving feedback during the process, teachers help students reflect and also improve their ideas before the final presentation. And the fourth one is include peer and also self assessment. Students can evaluate each other's ideas and also reflect on their own progress. For example, during a science project, students can discuss what makes their friends' project creative and also how they could improve their own. And the lastly is encourage reflection journals. Students can write a short reflection explaining what they learned, what the challenges they faced, and also how they solved them. This helps teachers understand the students' creative journey, not just about the outcomes. Here is an example of science rubric that can be used. For the originality, is the idea new and also different? For the problem solving, does the project solve a real world issue? For the process, did the student test, modify, and also improve the idea? For the communication, can the student explain the project clearly? For example, if a student designs a solar powered water purifier and also explains how it can help rural communities to save money and water, the teacher can clearly see the originality and also practical innovation by using this kind of rubrics. When creativity and also innovation are assessed properly, both teachers and also students are benefit. Students become more confident, motivated, and also independent learners. They start to enjoy science because they can express their own ideas and also see their progress. For the teachers, on the other hand, gain a better understanding on how students think and also learn. Better assessment also supports Malaysia's vision of producing innovative and also future-ready learners. Individuals who can think critically and also solve the real-world problems. Okay, finally, let me connect this to the pedagogical capacity for deep learning, which is PCDL. I believe that improving how we assess creativity and also innovation can greatly enhance the learning in science. When teachers value creativity, students learn to ask questions, explore possibilities, and also make connections between science and also our everyday life. They are just not memorizing the information, they are learning to think like scientists. They build a curiosity and also deeper understanding and also lifelong love for learning. In conclusion, assessing creativity and also innovation in science projects is not easy, but it is necessary. By developing a clear rubrics, training teachers, and also encouraging reflections, we can make a science education more meaningful and also exciting for students. Through creative assessment, we are not just testing the knowledge, but we are nurturing the young scientists who will continue to explore, discover, and also innovate throughout their lives. Thank you.